mac and cheese sub and fire down a whole thing of breaded mushrooms. Like fried, deep fried, there's fried mushrooms. No, that's disgusting. Okay, man, sorry. What phone name did he have? He's Hammond 4 for 159 and 3 scores next to him. Come on, man. Like, you can't even fucking write that kind of shit. Sickening. Like 3 flukes. Like 2 flukes for sure. Yes sir, stream is on. Yeah, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, Roy Phillips, Darren Swain. This team's loaded with talent. Hamstring sandwich. Roll ham sandwich. Oh, dude, yeah, he is. He was actually, I think he won Rookie of the Year last year, maybe. He was unreal. Yeah, he'll get me. Roy Phillips, how's he looking? He's got 50 catches for 444 yards.
It's the COLTS. This is Madden football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So I'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts.
Who, Darren Swain?
They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
Brian Burns getting the start. He just had something extra going when we were playing. I don't know. He's putting up great numbers. Phenomenal numbers. So was the other guy, though, man. Jones was putting up big numbers, too. I don't know, man. There was something about Brian Burns that I saw a long time ago. This GM. He's just more my style right now, I think. City's more like Reed Bannon. Or with a quicker, he's like a mix of Reed Bannon and Timmy Townsend. Kind of funny.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows
he's like a poor man's Timmy Townsend is basically what he's like.
What I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice.
What is this? What is this view? What is this view?
That he has with his
offense. What is this? What's happening?
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
What just happened? Seth Ellsworth in the ball game.
On 1st and 10, Ellsworth. Taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Dude, I think I jumped that too early, bro.
Come on. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Looking to throw. Ellsworth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's going to be a long day for Seth Ellsworth and company.
Well, they went with a nickel.
That's always a good sign on the first drive when you get 2 fucking sacks.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
It's a 47-yard punt.
I try to do too much of this guy.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
And a glance here
at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Minka Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first round pick out of Alabama. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the starting lineup here defensively for Pittsburgh.
Like all the names on this team, all the names are fucking dope. Read them all, they're all sick. Taylor Rapp, dude, all these guys, they have the best name defense I've ever seen in my life.
They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Off the bootleg. Burns eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Terrible punt.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
It's like the perfect distance to punt.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now it's Pearman. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, Ellsworth. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right.
Dude.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see where they sit, perched right at the top. The question, Charles, with a perfect season they have going, what's on the line? How do you see them playing it out these final few weeks of the season?
I can see the locker room voting unanimously to play to win. That's how they're building. It doesn't matter whether you're 0 whatever or undefeated. You want to play every game to win it. But I think from a management and coaching standpoint, you're looking at it and saying how much pressure is on this team to try and keep that record going, and is that really our ultimate goal? They're almost hoping maybe they get beat, and now you can start to rest guys and take the pressure off and just get ready for the playoffs. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. They'll run on first down. Callaway. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
The one guy I wanted to block
is
his
loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10. Down at the 33.
Back. 51, Mike 51. And we heavy on the edges. Say.
Back to throw. Burns. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Yeah.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action.
Next week he did not get in with the. I'm doing the truck
too. Second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it.
Again, they hit me right at the goal line. I'm doing the LTRT truck that time. See it light up. Crazy.
A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
I didn't get in there, dude.
These guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Ellsworth. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
When you see zone defense, you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw. Ellsworth firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Pearman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ready. 50, play.
They'll run with Pearman. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw. Ellsworth. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
They go play action here on first down.
Dude.
It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
That was to DeLong. Oh, my God. I never even switched to him. I just stayed up.
What a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom.
That was to DeLong, bro.
Situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on
No, the
bench with your
computer
defensive
just
mate,
caught
and you talk
that.
about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change.
Brian Burns, he just makes shit happen, dude.
Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what he's yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, the perfect pick.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Who's that,
get it up
Leanne
across
Rhymes?
the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
But right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a
Tell
way
him
to get the added weight on his back.
who you
Is it like
aspire
that
to
monkey
be
that Steve Young was
one day.
talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
The 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers.
The voice
and,
Bruno
that weight of
aspires to have.
expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play.
Oh, he kept
Can
it.
he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
Dude, watch that play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to
Because I knew he wasn't going to do anything
like
except do that.
But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few
I missed him the
seasons,
first time, then I realized he was never going to snap out of it, so I was
getting
like,
hit.
okay,
But when you called it the
he's
right
going to
time
line
and you use
this
it
up.
properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing on first down. Ellsworth. Looking left side.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. It's gotta
Juju
be a fun.
Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring
He's
up
gotta
second
get hurt
down.
or something in
Let's
that.
face it, if you want to get back into the game,
Seriously,
these
you
are the
gotta
kind of
get.
throws you
There should be more injuries like that where you just get popped.
Gotta be able to get it to
You're
him.
out for at
And
least a
those
few
are the throws
plays.
that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Another throw
I saw
on
that they
second
hit
down,
5 and
this one
16
incomplete as well.
last night.
The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries.
Dude.
This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Ellsworth.
Oh my God, how open is
He's going to
he?
get his man out of the backfield, complete.
Oh, fucking running
They
back getting
convert
out
on
of
third with a gain
there.
of 22.
They lost Carl Pierman.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ellsworth got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight
No,
end.
Marriott got hurt
Now
again.
after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
No way. Ah, that just fucking crushes us. Flight simulator, yeah, that's tight. Yeah, I know. I watch a guy on YouTube doing Flight Simulator. It looks sick. Yeah, that game looks beautiful. That game looks amazing. Oh, what am I doing right now? Johnny Sloan's got the star trizate from his time just playing this year. I don't know.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8
They're
yards.
blitzing fucking the house, man.
Back to throw. Ellsworth. And a quick
Oh
throw
my
here, that's
goodness.
complete. And he'll go down
Roy
here right around the
Phillips, Bruce Sturman,
23-yard
he'll be
line.
back next game.
4
Thank God.
yards the pickup, 1st down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ellsworth looking for the end zone.
Oh, nice play on
And
Roy
that
Phillips
is
by Mikey
incomplete.
Melton.
Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail.
That
2nd
was tight
down.
that they went for that. Got on 1st
I
down.
know he wants to
Take
get
a
his team
shot.
back in the
Big
game,
Roy
but a
Phillips.
50-50 ball
Like that
right
play
there
call.
that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, Ellsworth. And he's got it.
No
And
way.
he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Like a blown coverage somewhere.
A
I don't know what happened.
24-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this
Parker
offense.
Hemingway.
But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of
He's
possibly
killing me in
being
this
knocked out of
game,
this
dude.
game.
He's got 5
Extra point by
catches. And
Seibert, up and good. And And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Holding call there.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Off play action. Burns. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Burns. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Put it on the money. Would not
You
pull
hear the
it
calls
in.
for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back
Good
pocket.
one, Bill.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A
The
beauty.
big old Spartan out of Michigan
That is
State.
how you flip field position. That's an absolute
Steps
bomb
in
of a
on.
punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Number 53, Mike 53. Come on, dude.
This is Pierman. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough
funny.
room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Ellsworth. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up,
Playing
get away from
Candy
what he's been
Crush.
calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51
I haven't
yards
heard
on the
that game
punt
for so
there.
long, bro. It's been like 10 years. Like 8 years, probably.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've got
noise.
the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Burns. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Burns. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Oh my goodness.
Fitzpatrick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Yeah. That was
off the play fake. Ellsworth.
Oh, what are you doing again?
Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Burns.
It's fucking weak, bro.
Incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Burns. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away.
That's Erica Badu, isn't it?
Puts it through,
Who is
and
that?
that will do it for this first half.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's right.
10-point
Yeah.
game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in
Erica
with Jonathan
Badu.
Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. Deshaun Watson, 2 touchdown passes thus far. From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Buccaneers as that game has gone to the half.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that... And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit?
No way, look at that throw and catch.
So should have gone down.
That was the best thing I've ever seen.
But that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh my God.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
To throw on third down, Ellsworth. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was
Never
good.
heard that song in
Just
my
like
life.
a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Burns. And he comes back with one complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker.
Oh, what a punt.
You rarely call
Look
your
at
punter a
this.
weapon, but he certainly was there. How
I
about
got
that?
lucky
Pinning
there.
him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here we go. To 70, Indy.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Next week he gets out of the end zone, bro. Come
As
on.
his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create
This is gonna be the
space for the
fullback
running game
dive,
to get
watch.
operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on standing
Kinda
their double
slow.
teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Yeah, I got the safety.
I don't think he got there. He did not.
Vaughn.
Did not get back there. It's a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
Let's go.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add
I don't
to their
even know
lead
that
now.
song. That sounds
They don't
amazing.
want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense.
Oh, he
and
ran
end up
him
in the end
over.
zone.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now this throw caught left side.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground.
How the fuck does that happen, bro?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Burns. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. Then you got to take care of the ball.
But boy,
I got all this
up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt, that's a great way to score some points.
It's good shit.
Down. 30 base. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ellsworth. And that's going to be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And the Colts coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased. They didn't punch it in for 6.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And then they'll dive in the end zone, too.
That's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the extra point try forthcoming.
That one felt good. I don't think I've ever hit that play in my life. I saw the press coverage out there, but it took a while for it to pop for me to be able to see him.
And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Looking to throw. Ellsworth.
Oh, they got to give that to me, bro.
The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. The Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Ellsworth. And that is incomplete.
How's that not fucking a fumble? I know that was behind one.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw. Ellsworth.
Why do they run in when the ball's in the air, bro? That's got to be picked.
Before he works it past the 50. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Ellsworth. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Here we go on 4th down. And an alley to run. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down.
What is that? Where are you finding these?
On 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that, has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. To throw on second down, Burns. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded at the goal line.
That's got to be an older song.
On their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
2 and 3.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I was just looking at those CDs. Like, what is this?
Now from the 33. Back to throw. Ellsworth. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Ellsworth.
Oh, he picked it out of the sky. I was about to pick that slant off over their
dump
head.
off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down. And that catch, he just hit number 800.
I know, he picked it out of the
career.
fucking sky. I would have picked it off.
You in top 35 range.
Yeah.
All time
Damn,
in the
bro.
NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
On first down, Ellsworth. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Is that mystical?
On first. 6
sound
yards
like,
was the pickup on the last completion.
like a little
So here's
tarantula.
2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Ellsworth. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40
Dude, that's the one that I used to play every day and say, you need this song. Trippie Redd's the best song of all time. Bro. Dude, and I'm telling you, that was the best song I've ever heard of it. I was like, you gotta get this.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Wax it.
Throwing on first down. Ellsworth. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Stay connected like Cuban.
After the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw. Ellsworth. Quick hitter here.
That's the best song of all time.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Dude, that was Keith Boley, too, getting in the game. I don't know, making the big hit. Right, but that was Keith Boley on the big hit. His first action of his career.
Ellsworth, throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game.
That's run the ball against these guys.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Until this one right here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Callaway fights off the defender. Oh, he trucked him. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Off the bootleg. Burns. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you get your running back.
Oh, my God, look at this.
Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no
other
choice but to throw it
after the catch.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Off play action. Burns. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. Burns. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Get that ball. 552. Watch screen. Watch screen. 5.
From the gun, Burns. He's going to
oh my God, bro.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
51's the mic.
On fourth down, Burns. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brent Burns.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
What time is it
Meanwhile,
right now?
for Pittsburgh, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10.
I think I might
And
call it
they'll
a
get
night,
chance to
bro.
redeem themselves at home
Just so I
next
can relax
week.
the rest of the night. Get my mind right.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vinny Dean with 3 picks, 12 tackles, and a touchdown. Wow. 12 tackles, 3 picks, and a score. Oh, man. Week 16. Yeah. I went and checked. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, who died? Cal Fire press briefing on the CZU Lightning Complex. Yeah. What are we making? Yeah. With the pork? Yeah. Nice. Alright. Okay. Right. Yeah. Alright. Awesome. Yes. Cheese sauce. That's 42 that you see on the kickoffs all the time. I just drafted him this year. He's a rookie.